Hey everybody, hey, Carlotta Berry here, y'all. I'm sitting in my office and I was thinking about how it's so important to be consistent. It's so important to show up even when you don't feel like it. We can't let our feelings dictate, how we show up in the world, and we can't let our feelings stop us from doing the things that we know we've been called to do, or the things that are going to propel our lives forward, or what it is that we envision for our lives. Um, it takes dedication. It takes dedication. Y'all, I just came back from the dentist's office, and some of you all know I've been living in the dentist's office lately. I mean, just doing all the things. And so I went in today and just had to do a basic checkup. And then I got the news that I have come to the end of my journey this coming Thursday. So I'm excited about it. And I was thinking how I first started with, going to see a specialist, having a consultation, and having to get all this dental work done, y'all. And it was not something that I had planned at all. But I tell you what, the outcome is going to present something that I have been visualizing in my mind's eye. And again, it's not something I planned, but with all that was going on under my bridge work, I had to go ahead and get these implants done. Some of you all know I have a flipper in my mouth right now because they literally had to pull 2 teeth. And so, not to bore you with all the details, but if I didn't have this flipper right here, you guys would be laughing good and hard. If you go back to some of my videos I made over a month or so ago, you can tell and you can see. But come Thursday, Lord willing, I will be at the end of my journey, and I'm so happy about it. And I just thought I'd come on to encourage you and to stress the importance on being consistent, because being consistent, it doesn't matter how great or small the steps you take are, but doing something each and every day towards your goal. Doesn't matter if you feel like it or not, you just have to do it. If you're wanting to lose weight, then you're going to have to move your body, right? You don't have to run a marathon. You don't have to lift all of the weights. You don't have to starve yourself to do that. There are so many healthy ways to do it, and to be consistent, you have to show up. Just like me on YouTube. Y'all, my viewership has dropped down, and it's because I have not been consistent. So I'm not just talking to you, I'm talking to myself, that I must show up each and every day. Somehow, some way, we have to get that wrapped around our minds, that if we want to move the needle, we can't let our feelings dictate us. We have to do something each and every day to show up. We really do. And so I just thought I would go ahead and incorporate that in there with me going to the dentist today for a regular checkup. They're checking with the lab, and then they come back before I leave the office to tell me that I will be able to complete my dental work on Thursday. And it's been a little bit, and it didn't come easy. It came with some needle sticks and being put out, and some discomfort and a little pain. Came with, missing out on some events, and just a lot of different things that it comes with, y'all. You all know. So if you want to progress, then you have to go ahead and commit to being consistent. I don't know what that looks like for you, but what I will say is you've got to show up each and every day. And then when you get to the end of that goal, when you get to the end of that task, that dream, whatever it is that you want to come into fruition in your life, you're going to be so proud of yourself. And then it's going to become contagious, and you'll move on to something else. Not to say that you won't be content from time to time, and you should be content, right? But I just believe that what makes life much more fun and challenging and exciting, and also been a role model for others, is to always be tackling as something that you can be good at. It can be something really, really small, but go ahead and find that thing that you want to get better at, that thing you want to grow in, or you want to change something in your life. Just do one little thing each and every day. Be consistent. And maybe being consistent doesn't mean doing it every day. Maybe it's once a week. Maybe it's twice a month. You know what it is, but be consistent. Don't give up on yourself. Don't give up on your dreams. Just keep going, y'all. Keep going and know that somebody else is watching you. And as they see you being committed to what it is that you want to achieve, then it'll make them be committed as well. So I'm talking to myself as I'm talking to you all. And also journal, write those things down. Because when you write down your dreams, when you write down what you're working on, and then when you get to the end of it, man, it's so much gratification in it. You just feel so proud of yourself. And then you can also thank God for getting you through, because you're going through something and it's not always easy. A lot of times it's not easy. A lot of people, they see the finality of it. They see that goal that you've achieved, but they don't see what's going on in the background. They don't see the tears. They don't see the discouragement sometimes that pops up in your head, and you got to get on your knees and pray about it and ask God to give you the strength, to give you the endurance. They don't see that. They don't see how, you are just really going through some obstacles, some challenging times, but you're not giving up. They don't see the blood and the sweat and the tears most of the time. They just see the finished product. And yeah, I wish I would have learned this so many years ago, but I'm learning it now, and it's never too late. It's never too late, y'all. As long as you're on this side of the dirt, just keep going. When you fall down, get back up. Write down what it is you want to achieve. Acknowledge that there's going to be some challenges, some struggles there. There's going to be some roadblocks. But with God, He will help you push through those roadblocks, jump over them. He will just bring things to you. And you're going to be like, wow, that's crazy how that's happening. But what is really going on is He's seeing your faith in action, and He's seeing you're moving. He's seeing you're progressing. And as you move and you progress forward, those walls will drop. Those obstacles will move out of the way. Because if you're not moving, there's no reason for the obstacles to be, alleviated from your path. But once you start moving, then you're going to see all the things that are in your way, that are blocking you, that are stopping you. It won't be an issue anymore. So yeah, on Thursday, I will be at the end of my long drawn out dental process, and I'm so grateful for it. And if you don't know, go back and look at some of my videos. And it's just crazy how things are just working out for me. Y'all, trust what I say. I don't care how small it is. When you write it down, Habakkuk 2:2, and when you take it to God and you truly believe, Mark 11:24, and even when all those bad things, or it appears, that are in your way, Romans 8:28, I believe, all things work together for the good for those who are called and those who love the Lord. That's one of my favorite scriptures. It's all working together. As you're being consistent, as you're being persistent, as you're walking in faith, as you believe and that you won't give up no matter what, even if it's something so small, but it's something that you want. It's something you want to acquire in life. It could be huge, big. You can do it. Nothing is too big for God, okay? Trust that, believe that. And again, as I'm talking to you, I'm talking to myself. Alrighty, y'all, I'm going to go ahead and end. Have a happy Monday, or whichever day you see this video. And keep on keeping on. Show up. Be consistent. Okay? Whatever that looks like for you, be persistent, be consistent, and keep going. Alrighty, y'all. Until next time, I'll see you later. Always know God is real. He loves you. He's rooting on each and every last one of us to win. All right? All right. Go do it. Be consistent. Bye, y'all. See you later. Bye-bye. Have peace.